What are we looking at today? Well, it is Level 6 Diploma in Construction Site Management, and it's Unit 7. It is controlling project progress against agreed programs in the workplace. 11 credits, so it's a medium-sized unit with 8 small learning outcomes. Unit overview. What's the unit called? It's called Controlling Project Progress Against Agreed Programs in the Workplace. So controlling project progress, well, you have to identify what could possibly threaten the works program. Now, in my notes here as a unit overview, I've noted that this is not a complicated unit as the title suggests. It's all about controlling progress and evidencing the systems in place which you use that do this and that also give early warnings of possible issues, and evidencing and identifying the procedures to arrest and rectify those issues, and moving forward making use of the lessons learned in the immediate and for future projects. Well, that's the unit overview, but it's broken down into 8 small learning outcomes. Let's have a look at what they are. Number 1, develop and implement systems to monitor and record the progress of the project against the agreed programs. Number 2, collect progress information regularly and summarise it for relevant people. Number 3, identify inadequate or inappropriate resources, inform relevant people, and specify and obtain alternative resources. Number 4, identify and quantify any deviations from planned progress which have occurred or may occur that could disrupt the program. 5, investigate the circumstances of any deviations thoroughly and agree and implement appropriate corrective action. 6, recommend options to relevant people that aim to maintain or improve cost and progress. Of course, there's always a huge link between cost and progress. 7, inform relevant people about changes to the operational program, resource needs, and suggest the decisions and actions that need to be taken to maintain progress. And 8, identify improvements to progress from feedback received and recommend them to relevant people. Now, on occasions I have included product evidence interspersed between each of the learning outcomes as I've read them out. But with this unit there are some pieces of evidence that could apply to all sections, and the product evidences that I suggest are only suggestions. You may have practices and procedures which differ, but listening to the titles of these pieces of evidence will set you on the right path. So the types of evidences, product evidences, that's what you do, which are pertinent to this unit, are visual inspection reports, contract reports, material takeoff records, because then you can ascertain what's been used and what's needed, and if there's a stock issue, therefore you can identify that early and avoid an issue with the program. So stock take accounts, site and progress meeting minutes, the critical path analysis on the program, labour allocation records, call-off schedules for plant materials and labour, a progress evaluation report, and day work accumulative records. All of these product evidences can be used with this unit, which is controlling project progress against agreed programs in the workplace. As mentioned at the beginning of this broadcast, choose your evidences wisely. Perhaps select from those pieces of evidence which you've already used, and match your product evidences to your candidate statements.